OCO, OCO, that's a Cherokee word for hi, how are you all doing? So here we go with some really good words and a little bit of teaching that I'd like to offer you with the permission of all of my elders. I bring you their wisdom and my ancestral lineage forward to share here today. So, the last long distance water blessing was in Bangladesh, Cox's Bazar, Bangladesh, and that was at the Rohingya refugee camp, where they were pumping brown water out of the ground and drinking it and bathing in it. So I wanted to touch on that a little bit to get us in the sense of how fortunate we are here in Southern Oregon in terms of clean water. So far, so good, right? Then the other place I went was was in Bangkok, Thailand. There was a big ruckus going on there, revolting against the prime minister. And there were thousands and thousands more people in Bangkok than usual. And everyone tried to get a blessing with water there. That was quite an extraordinary event. And those people were very appreciative of having their water blessed. Then a little closer to home, I was in North Dakota. And the river running through there, we got some water from there and did a blessing throughout the camps. I think the last place I was at was in Mexico, where we crossed the border and singing songs and saying prayers and dancing for the children that were being held there at the border. And we took lots of water from the ocean and cast it about for blessings. And when we were done with that particular blessing, 7 whales showed up quite close to us, only several feet off from the beach that we was on. So I'm mentioning some of this because I want to present the gratification and the verification that we all receive when we do these type of blessings. In many of the areas, what we found was contamination, poisons in the water, rivers in the rivers that had such a high level of animal and human excrement, you couldn't even touch it. And that's what I'm here to share with you in terms of thanking you and honoring you all that are here present for cleaning the rivers and the oceans up. We need to stay at it, get with it, get organized, just like you folks are here. We really need to continue this type of organizing, sharing, and communicating, not with just each other, but as mentioned earlier, with the indigenous people that came first here, just not in Oregon or Southern Oregon, but from all over the world. We need to be in touch with them and say, hey, what do you think about this? How can we do this better? And we're here, they're here. So ask, and you'll get lots of direction and information. So one of the rituals I'd like to share with you is to take A glass of water. I understood that people were going to bring a glass of water with them to this site. Is that correct? If you don't have one, go ahead and grab one quickly if you can. This is a Selu, S-E-L-U, Selu Corn Woman water blessing, where we honor all four of the directions with the water that we have in hand. Some of you may want to stand to face the four different sacred directions. I got a twirly-whirly chair here, so I'm just going to turn in my chair as we do this. Janitsi Selu is the corn woman and mother of us all. When we honor the four directions with water, it mingles with the water that is in our bodies and stimulates cleanliness, clarity, cleansing. And I know you all are going to feel that sharing this ritual with me. So we begin in the east where the sun rises. Don't worry too much about which, if you have the direction exactly, but as close to the east as you can get. You face that particular direction and you hold the water up to the sky and say, I forgive everyone.
I forgive everyone.
That's a big one. And then turn north. I forgive myself.
I forgive myself.
Turn again to the west. I forgive all past experiences. Did you hear that one? I've lost the sound.
We're still with you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. One person wasn't muted, so I just muted them, but we're with you. We're all with you.
All
Okay,
past
thank you.
experiences.
So let's do that again. We're facing the west. I forgive all past experience.
I forgive
All past experiences.
And then turn again, where you're completing the circle, and say, I am free.
Pardon me?
I am free.
I
am free.
I am free.
am free.
Well, I do. So you have permission to do this ritual whenever you feel it. And if you feel it, you have permission to use those very same words and follow that very same direction. If you are going to do this particular ritual, it's nice to set aside some time, same time every morning or same time every afternoon. I always try to do it at the first light. That's a good time for me because it kind of sets the day to be more peaceful and calm. And I find that I don't use my horn as much when I'm traveling. Okay.
Thank you so much, Reverend Coyote. Your words really touch our hearts, and it's so good to be reminded of how fortunate we are in this area